Good morning to you, welcome. Andy Wright here and Talkin Ready, and a video that is based upon a Daily Record article in the online version, and it says the headline: DWP clarifies whether next door neighbours could be contacted during a benefit fraud investigation. And in my opinion, Snitches should get stitches, because there are a lot of people out there who are jealous. They perceived jealousy. They see somebody on benefit and they immediately go, oh, they shouldn't be claiming that. They basically get more money than me. They get their house, they get their rent paid, blah blah blah. And as we all know, if you're in that position, it's not true. You are very much poorer. Now, obviously, there are some out there who play the system. They scam and they defraud, and there are a small minority of those. And those ones out there, they do make it worse for everybody else. But when you look at the actual fraud, the actual real fraud, it's very, very small. Significantly small in percentage. And the figure that comes off the top of my head is 0.2%. There is more fraud in the government than there is anywhere else. Are they held to account? No. So, this is a story that's designed to encourage people who are in that position. They are assuming that somebody's doing something wrong and encouraging them to be part of the investigation, to be reporting people for absolutely no reason whatsoever, when in actual fact all it does is create a lot of problems, a lot of hardship. Yes, okay, you know, I've said it before earlier on, that there are a small minority of people who do get away with murder. So they can clarify whether this is whether they're going to be able to go and ask your neighbours. My neighbours wouldn't know, because I'm here all day, so they wouldn't know. But there are, obviously, this story is, if there's an allegation. So it's not even a fact yet. They haven't even proven the fact. If it's an allegation of fraud. Yes? So somebody's made a report. They're probably a narcissistic, jealous nut job out there. And there are quite a few of those. And they reported you to the DWP for suspected fraud. Right? So it's only a suspected, it's allegation. It's not even true, because they have no evidence. So they're going to go and ask their neighbours, and they're going to use video surveillance, which is fair enough. If you're doing that marathon, then, and they have video evidence of you doing the marathon, when you said you could only walk 10 feet, then you know, more for you. Then you deserve to get done. But they are obviously aiming this at state pension and welfare benefits. So even pensioners are not free from this. But the report that we showed you the other week, the total number of benefit overpayments in the last year was 3.7%. The most common form of benefit fraud is when a person received unemployment benefits whilst working, and that is encouraged on UC. So it's mainly because you can work, and also you can work on ESA as well. So if you have ESA, you can do permitted work. So you may well be going to work, and somebody sees you. Oh, what benefit you want? Oh, I'm on ESA. Oh, right, we're going to report you then because you can't work. Yes, you can. So please, if you're going to report somebody, besides the fact that you should keep your nose out, make sure you know the facts of the case. So obviously the other problem is that when people are on benefits, they don't inform of change of circumstance. So something happens, you move house, or as I got done because I failed to inform them of a slight increase in my pension rate. So it was an annual increase, and because I forgot, and they obviously found out from HMRC, I have to pay that back. That's fair enough. That was my error. I made a mistake. I will learn from that, and I will make sure that every year I tell them. So, I've learnt my lesson, but, change of circumstances, very important you tell them. They are having more powers at the moment with looking in your bank, but they are going to decide whether or not they can contact a neighbour, which is like, why? So obviously they would not routinely seek information from a neighbour. It may be exceptional, where they may provide a witness statement. Obviously if they see somebody going for a jog or a run, and obviously they can say, well, I saw them going out for every day for a run, then obviously that would help their investigation. But is it right? Is it morally and ethically right for somebody to say that? Obviously, if they witnessed it, then, as I said earlier, it's up to you to be honest about it. But, this is obviously something that they're trying to encourage people to do. And obviously they want to catch people out. Obviously the benefits that they're looking at is a sample from UC, housing benefit, pension credit, state pension, PIP and carers. So I think the types of examples of benefit fraud is faking an illness. Good luck with that one. Failing to report an income. So if you don't give them everything and they can look into your bank account. Living with someone or having someone move in. And obviously if they have money and you're on UC, it's your household income that counts. And then falsifying accounts to make sure that you have less money than you say you do. Yeah, so that's something that people do. And obviously they will need evidence to show that someone is receiving a benefit. Fraud investigators have a wide range of powers, including surveillance, interviews and document tracing. Unfortunately, you won't know the details of an investigation until you are told about it afterwards, which you may be in court. So you're claiming you can only walk 10 feet and you go running every day. Obviously you won't know about it until they come and tell you you've been seen doing a marathon. So the good news is this paragraph here, because it does allay some fears, because while they do act on reports from the public, it also has sophisticated means of detection. So they're not going to rely on that. Snitches get stitches, but you can obviously then they will obviously look into whether you are your report is true or not. And remember, if you're going to report somebody for a fraud and you are making it up, you are liable for criminal prosecution as well, because you are making a false report. And as we see here, many tip-offs and reports turn out to be false. So they want to make sure that they do not waste their time on pointless investigations. So there we go, that's the story. Quite, typical. Quite typical of the sort of the way that they're behaving in the country this, at the moment. Is always on the erring on the side of disbelief. It's not a case of innocent until proven guilty. It's guilty until proven innocent, which is not the correct way. Right, if you have any comments down below then, because we are interested in what you have to say. Don't forget to support the channel with your subscribe like, share, comments, and make sure that we are out there in the world and people are seeing the videos, because that's the only way we can get increase in numbers. That's it from me. Have a good day. Bye for now.